Hello and welcome. Today the third class tried out some English menus since we were studying cooking in the English lessons, and now we decided to do some English menus ourselves because we were so interested in them. You will see everything in the video. Place the flour, salt and butter into a large bowl. Using your fingertips, rub the butter into the flour and salt until the mixture resembles fine breadcrumbs. Work as quickly as possible to prevent the dough from becoming warm. Wrap the dough in plastic wrap and chill for a minimum of 15 minutes or up to 30 minutes. Now we are mixing together the minced meat, the vegetables and onions. For vegetables we used carrots and radish. You wanna roll it out into very thin pieces that are each circa 15 centimeters large. Then you fill them with the meat and vegetable mixture, wrap it around and put some egg on it. They go into the oven for circa 45 minutes and then they are nice and brown. Cover the meat with some sunflower oil. Season it and roast it from all sides. Take out the meat and coat it with some mustard. Put it back in the oven dish and roast it in the oven at about 140 to 150 degrees until 52 degrees core temperature are reached. Once the meat has reached the desired temperature, take it out of the oven and let it drain. Let it rest at a temperature of 70 degrees for about 20 minutes.
Then cut them in slices.
Fry the roughly cut vegetables in some oil and roast it together with some tomato paste. Add the wine and cover the vegetables with the veal stock and the remaining gravy. Add the herbs, peppercorns, garlic and bring it to boil. Let the gravy boil down a bit, strain it, season it if necessary and add the cornstarch mixture for thickening.
For the batter, tip 140-gram plain flour into a bowl and beat in 4 eggs until smooth. Add 200 ml of milk and carry on beating until the mix is completely lump-free. Heat the oven over 230 degrees. Add sunflower oil into the 12 holes of the muffin tin and place them in the oven to heat. Pour the batter in a jug, then remove the hot tins from the oven. After 20 to 25 minutes you can take them out the oven and they should be puffed and brown.
You take the freshly peeled potatoes, cut them into small chunks and then put them into boiling water. To finish it all off, you stir the mixture of potatoes and milk around for a little bit and then it's ready to eat.
Cut the Brussels sprouts into halves, let them simmer for 4 to 5 minutes in boiling water. Drain the water and add butter, season it with salt and pepper and turn the sprouts over until they are all well coated.
First, make a short crust pastry with these ingredients. Then, wrap in foil and refrigerate for about 30 minutes. In the meantime, clean a pumpkin and cut the pumpkin meat into cubes. Put it in a saucepan, cover with water, bring to boil, cover and simmer over medium heat for about 10 or 12 minutes. Let the remaining water drain well. Finally, puree the pumpkin with a cutting stick. Then add these ingredients. Roll out the short crust pastry on a flat work surface in round shape. Line a grease pie, then dust it with flour and cut off any excess dough. Prick the pastry base several times with a fork and cover with baking paper. Fill in the beads for blind baking and bake in the preheated oven for 15 or 20 minutes. Take the beads and baking paper out of the mold and bake the base for another 5 minutes. Beat the egg whites with the whisk of the hand mixer until stiff and stir carefully into the cold pumpkin puree. Spread the pumpkin mixture on a pre-baked base. Bake the pie in the preheated oven for 45-50 minutes. Preheat the oven at about 70 degrees Celsius and heat enough water in the saucepan to 80 degrees Celsius. Place a smaller bowl in a larger bowl. Pour hot water in the space between the two bowls. Pour the cream into the small bowl, place both together in the middle shelf in the oven and heat for about 8 hours. Then let it cool down, remove the top layer with a spoon, place in a bowl and cover with cling film. Chill in the refrigerator for another 12 hours. Mix the flour, baking powder, sugar, salt, butter and yogurt together and knead well until the dough sticks together. Then roll out 2 cm thick. Cut out with round molds, brush with whisked egg yolk and bake in the preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius. Bake until golden for about 15 minutes. Let it cool on a wire rack, then cut through and serve with clotted cream and strawberry jam as desired. Thank you for watching and we hope you liked the video.